So we got to talk about Gavin Newsom, and you are not going to want to miss why we're going to have to talk about him. This guy has absolutely lost it. Absolutely lost it. In his first clip that we're about to get into, we have Joe Rogan talking about Gavin Newsom, and it's pretty sad to say the least. You know you're getting desperate when you start doing stuff like this. But before we get into that, make sure you guys smack that like button. I would really appreciate it. It helps out with the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, all right? It's totally free. It's totally free. As well, go and check out my second channel. I know some people don't know I have a second channel. The link is down below in the description box, but it is called Extra Rich, all right? It's called Extra Rich. I upload pretty much every day over there as well, so definitely go and check it out. Hope to see you guys over there. And with that being said, let's jump into it.
The stuff that he just found in California is bonkers.
If you see that guy in your town, you're fucked.
Yeah.
He's a persistent little queef.
Would you see what the governor posted, what Newsom's press office posted? They posted a photo of Nick Shirley, like a fake Nick Shirley, like a meme, like Nick Shirley peeking into windows. Like, hey, he's doing your job. He's uncovering fraud, and what you're doing is mocking him?
Right. You should go, oh, shit, this fraud?
Yeah.
I'm the governor.
They should just open up the investigations into all these places immediately if you cared, but all they want to do is just obfuscate, cover it up, make it look silly.
Yeah.
Make it look like he's something, whatever he is, white supremacist.
Right. MAGA.
Nazi, whatever, MAGA. Come up with a name.
I don't want to get to it. My kid's at a Somali daycare right now, so I don't want to. I don't want to say anything crazy. But yeah, that was all kooky.
I will admit that last part was hilarious. I won't get too far into it because my kid's at a Somali daycare right now. But no, Joe Rogan made a great point, right? You should just open things up. Once you realize even there's potentially something going on, open the books. What are you afraid of? Why are you creating little weird images to try to make it seem like Nick Shirley is like this weird, far-right extremist kind of guy because he's uncovered some fraud? That's why? Really? That tells you everything you need to know. When you resort to stuff like that rather than addressing what is actually being, or the claims that are actually being made, and we see this all the time with Democrats, instead of addressing the actual claim, they'll call you a extremist or a thisophobe or thatophobe, or they'll just call you racist, right? Instead of addressing what it is that you were saying, but that's because 9 times out of 10, it's true. It's 100% true. And in the case of California, it is most certainly true. And speaking of Nick Shirley, Nick, take it away, brother.
Would you like to give any last statement about what's going on here? Nothing? No. Because it seems like it was pretty good family business. Another guy just pulled out in the M8 competition.
Good for them, bro. Why are you guys pocket watching, bro? Leave the fucking people alone.
Because this is taxpayers' dollars that are paying for all this stuff.
Okay. What the fuck is the... That ass just working, bro.
With taxpayers' dollars receiving money from Medicare, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, you name it. And it just seems like a lot of people are getting rich off of
I'm busy, bro. I have work.
The death of old people. What do you do for work here?
Bro.
It's sad to think about it. Here in the United States, we're literally being defrauded by people who are taking advantage of old people, young people in daycares, disabled people with autism clinics, and no one's doing anything to stop it. So I think it's time we stand up to these fraudsters and tell them, let them know, you are stealing from everyday American citizens. People can't afford homes, rents are expensive, their insurance is expensive, everything's getting more and more expensive. And if we don't crack down on this fraud, national debt's going to continue going up. This is just one of the factors that affects the national debt, and we're going to lose the value of our own dollar. So people, if they want to really fight to keep America great, a great way to do it is by fighting fraud, because this is just unbelievable. You have people who drive around in BMWs, M8 competitions, Mercedes. Meanwhile, everyday American citizens are struggling to be able to afford their own bills.
If we ridded America of all of this fraud that we got going on, yeah, our national debt would drastically start coming down. But then also, you can lower taxes, right? because clearly there's a whole lot of unnecessary money being spent on some things that they shouldn't be being spent on, like a BMW competition. This is crazy though. It proves, or it goes to show, why Gavin Newsom doesn't want to address what Nick Shirley is actually talking about, and he'd rather go towards making silly claims and memes instead. Proves it. It's true.
Investigating possible ballot fraud caught on camera after a viral video appears to show people in San Francisco being paid cash to sign campaign petitions with fake names. Senior national correspondent William Lajeunesse is reporting out of LA on that for us. Hi, William.
Hey, Sandra, what I'm about to show you is one reason people don't trust the election system. Long line, mostly homeless, getting $5 to sign election petitions. Not only is that illegal, they're also being asked to commit fraud by impersonating other voters hundreds of miles away.
Hey, what's the line for?
For sign a petition.
Shut up! Don't say nothing no more.
They get $25 to sign a petition.
They get $25?
$5.
$5. Okay.
So the guy who shot this says hundreds signed these petitions. No one reportedly asked for an ID, nor were they told what they were signing.
I get $5 too?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Just sign it.
Just sign it?
Yeah. You ready, ma'am? First name is going to be Carol. Last name.
Yeah, that was the name of a 81-year-old woman living elsewhere. So under California law, the state says it's illegal to give money or other consideration or exchange for initiative petition. It's also a crime to circulate any petition known to include forged names. In this case, they wanted signatures for two upcoming measures, one fighting a billionaire tax, the other pension reform.
Signature gatherers can get paid. That's pretty standard practice. But when you start paying individual people for their signatures, especially people who are down and out in their luck, that's borderline on criminal, in my opinion.
So now campaigns pay about $15 for every signature. So when you do the math here, they're clearing about $25 for every person, Sandra. Now, initiative spokesman says these circulators were subcontractors, not employees. They demand that these signatures now be rejected. No word on prosecution. Back to you.
All right. Wow. William Lajeunesse on that for us.
Crazy, crazy stuff. Would you have believed it if I told you? And I didn't actually show you? Would you have believed that? Yeah, they got a bunch of homeless people lined up, and they're paying them $5 a pop for their signatures. And they're telling them what to sign as. Yeah, first name Carol. My goodness, man. My goodness. I mean, it's rampant. It is absolutely rampant, because there's lots of these types of videos all over the internet of not only the daycare fraud, the hospice fraud, all these types of fraud, but then also paying folks for signatures and paying folks to register them to vote. Not joking. But here's another signature video.
I came across another individual petitioning for signatures. He insisted he wasn't paying anybody, but it would turn out he's not being entirely honest.
Are you guys doing petition signatures for cigarettes? No. No? Oh, okay. Do you know where that is? Oh, okay. Is it voter registration? No. No? What is it? What is it?
Just petitions, but not for cigarettes. They just doing it for free.
Oh, really? Okay. What are the petitions? What are the petitions?
I don't even know what they're talking about.
This person conveniently suggests that he doesn't even know what the petitions are for and that he's not paying people to sign them. They're just doing it for free. But that can't be true, because I caught this exact same individual the very next day in the exact same spot with a group of petitioners paying people to sign these same ballot initiatives.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you one. What's that for? They're gonna pay you? How much? But what's that for?
That there is another California ballot initiative petition. Getting enough signatures on this petition will put a law directly on the ballot and into the hands of the people to vote for. It completely bypasses both the governor and the legislature. Signing it effectively acts as a vote to put the law on the ballot. Here we are in the exact same group of petitioners. You have one of them accepting a clipboard with a signed petition.
Okay.
And that would be a cash transfer in exchange for a signature on a ballot initiative petition, which is illegal in California state.
Huh. What do you know? More fraud. In Gavin Newsom's California. And just to think, that is the guy that a lot of Democrat politicians think should run for president of these United States of America. Mm-hmm. And in some polls, he's leading. Him or Kamala. Like, what kind of bench is that? Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom. And then I think AOC was up there somewhere. Like, what? Yeah, that's one HE double hockey sticks up a bench right there. They've got some great candidates. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. But yeah, guys, lots of fraud going on. And when these Democrats come out here and they talk about a bunch of everything else except for the actual claims or addressing the actual claims or opening things up like, hey, Nick, you know what would have been nice? Gavin Newsom could have been like, hey, Nick, I see you out here, potentially finding some fraud. We're going to start in a whole investigation. We're going to open the books. We're going to dive deep into this. We're going to look, we're going to look further into this whole thing because fraud is bad. That would have been a great response. But Democrats just can't help themselves. They really can't. If a Republican suggests it, they've got to go against it. 100%. Literally, if Trump came out today and said, you know what, it's a beautiful thing to go out and or to wake up and breathe. We all know what Democrats would do. They'd be like, yeah, nah, we're going to stop breathing then. They just can't help themselves. They really can't. It's crazy, man. But anyway, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.